I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order, 7:05. May I have a motion to open the regular business? Moved by Bill Harris.
Second.
Second by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence? Judy, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval of the board meeting agenda, please? Moved by Michael.
I'll second it.
Second by Annie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Administrative reports. First is our superintendent of schools, Dr. John Bell.
Good evening, everyone. I just have a few items to update everyone on. First, on June 30th, we closed on the purchase of 150 Pike Street, so we're now landlords. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we appreciate it. And so now the district office, the PPS office, the IT office, and food service will all be operating out of 150 Pike, as well as having a large centralized storage space there. And then with some of the other moves, the red PPS building out in front of ASK will hold new student registration and middle school guidance, psychologist, and social worker. And then the next update is that the middle school office will be back inside the building this year. We're really excited about moving it in. It's gonna be right down the hall here in room 126, which is right next to high school guidance. So what we call this public area of the high school. People now, when parents want to come, they'll check in at the high school vestibule, security vestibule, come in the high school office, and they can be escorted down to the middle school office. So it'll be right here where all the other public-facing offices are. So we think it'll be much better, and they'll feel more connected to the school being back inside. And there'll also be conference space inside for those guidance counselors, social workers. They can come in and meet with kids. They're just going to have a home base where their desks are out there, just to try to reduce the amount of flow outside and get more kids back in the fold inside. So we're happy about that. The statewide oil property was approved by the voters, of course. That's the land swap with Sullivan Avenue. The city is clearing trees on that lot right now. Once they're done clearing the trees, which was part of the agreement, then we'll have the closing and that will become our property. Our hope is, if we can do it timely enough, is that we can do some leveling and some gravel and have additional parking for Friday Night Football before the first home game in September. We Transport, which is our new bus company, has been running since July 1st, or 3rd rather. They've been running all the summer school runs and the out-of-district summer school runs and working out all the kinks, but they plan on being fully ready to roll on opening day in September. And they're up in Sparrow Bush at the old bus depot where a Quality Bus used to be. So they're off and running. It was actually good to have a new summer school because they could work out the bugs before it goes full tilt with transporting all the kids in September. The summer cleaning schedule is actually ahead of schedule. The custodians and cleaners are doing a really nice job cleaning the buildings. And then what will happen is everybody will converge on the downstairs of the high school and ASK when summer school ends. Everything will be cleaned just about in the next week or so. And then as soon as summer school is over, they'll tackle this last piece. We're also doing work on the modulars. Last year we had used the modulars 2 classrooms and 2 of the mods were used for offices. This year we'll be using 4 modulars for classrooms, so we have more space to breathe. The roof has been replaced on all the modulars, and so have the heating and AC units in all the mods. So they'll be much better than they were last year, and it'll give us more breathing room with the 3 schools packed in here. just want to mention to everybody at home, there's lots of student orientations that'll be coming up, kindergarten, 7th grade, freshmen. Encourage everybody to check the websites so that they're aware of the orientation so that the kids will be a part of those. They all happen in August, at the end of August. Also want to wish our very best wishes to the class of 23, who are now all starting to depart for jobs, the military, and college over the next few weeks, and we wish them all well. And then finally, we'll send you formal invitations to the board, but new teacher orientation is on August 31st and September 1st, but we have lunch with them on the 31st, so we'll send you invitations if you have a chance. We'd love to have you come and have lunch with the new teachers, the administrators, and the clerical on the 31st here at the high school CAF if you have time.
Okay, and I think that is everything.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bell. Next is Assistant Superintendent for Instruction, Dr. Natasha Walkowitz.
Good evening. Just to update, our academic summer school and extended school year programs are on their final weeks. We have an extra day this Friday for our academic summer school program, K-12, and we added an extra day August 16th to our ESY program due to a power outage in the vicinity. So we did have to add those extra days just to accommodate our requirements for state ed. So thank you for your patience on that late notice and those extra days. And next week, August 16th and 17th is our Regents testing for our high school program. And then August 18th is our high school graduation after our summer school program. And our summer workshop series for teachers and staff is nearly over. We had special education transition services, co-teaching workshops, literacy across the content areas, teachers college reading and writing is coming up. We had PBIS interventions and supports workshop, law conference, and our new teacher orientation workshop is coming up as well. And we're preparing for our opening day superintendent conference days, which includes whole workshops on safety and goals, and as well as individual teacher workshops teacher and staff workshops where they have some choice options. Just a quick announcement, Port Jervis City School District was just approved today, this afternoon, right before we came to our board meeting, to offer an individual arts assessments pathway, which is also known as IAP. The arts pathway is equivalent to the 5th Regents requirement for graduation. So you have to do 4 content areas, 1 assessment from each of the 4 content areas. And now the arts assessment would be an option for our Port Jervis students to be able to gain the 5th Regents requirement for graduation. We're going to be meeting, our team is going to be meeting on Superintendent Conference Day, now that we got the great news, just to give some more communication out. It's a portfolio assessment and it's localized. So we're going to try to work with BOCES and other school districts who already have that. The pilot year was last year, which is the first year that New York State had offered it, and we're in the second cohort. If you haven't registered yet for your child for kindergarten, please do so as soon as possible. School is right around the corner. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Natasha. Next is Assistant Superintendent for Business, Mr. John Tim.
Thank you. I just have one update. Currently in the schools, the doors, the exterior doors to the buildings are swipe. We can swipe into those. You can also key them, but you can swipe into them. But I've had a discussion before that I reported that we're trying to go keyless within the buildings. And we recently had a company, Day Automation, do a walkthrough, which was last week, and they're going to be giving me a proposal. And I kind of added something other to that proposal when they did this walkthrough. What happens is when we go into a lockdown, there's interior doors that they did not plan to have swiped. They would be keyed. So when we did some of the drills, I noticed that the law enforcement was saying, we got to fumble with keys to get through these doors. So we're adding swipes to these interior doors. So what will eventually happen, the vision will be you swipe into the building, you'll be able to swipe into classrooms and offices, but now these interior doors will be able to swipe into as well. The reason we don't want to give out so many keys, when the drill happened, the law enforcement would say, give me a bucket of keys. And that was their expression. And so I'm going to hand over a bucket of keys to law enforcement. Now we have the expense of having to worry about all these keys and where they are, and then we would have to re-core every door in the building, which is very expensive. So it's going to be cost effective if we have more control with swipes as to we can activate them and deactivate them and change who has access to them. So I'll have a proposal for that probably the next time that we meet, but just want to keep you in the loop with that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next are consent agenda items. Item A, minutes reorganizational meeting, regular board meeting of July 5th. Item B, special board meeting of July 13th. Item C is the CPSE meeting minutes for dates June 5th, 2023 through July 17th, 2023. Item D, the minutes, CSE minutes, for dates of March 24th through July 26th, 2023. Item E is the annual financial statement and student activities fund for the 22-23 year. And item F is the treasurer's financial report for June 2023. May I have a motion to move that, please? Moved by Michael. Second? Judy? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next are personnel employment agenda items. Item A is resignation support staff position 484 school monitor. Item B, resignation to accept new in-district position support staff position 3103 teacher aide. Item C is leave of absence. Item D, support staff vacancy 2521 position 3930 probationary teaching assistant. Appointment, item E is an appointment support staff, vacancy 2521, position 3931, probationary teaching assistant. Item F is appointment instructional vacancy 2530 for 2023 summer school teachers, nurses and substitutes. Item G is an appointment support staff, vacancy 2531, temporary teacher aide. Item H is an appointment administrative staff, vacancy 2532, position 523, probationary director of facilities 3. Item I is an appointment vacancy 2535, curriculum coordinators, co-curriculum coordinators, coaching appointments for the 23-24 school year. Item J is an appointment instructional staff, vacancy 2547, position 3577, temporary school social worker leave replacement. Item K is appointment support staff, vacancy 2549, position 436, provisional clerk typist. Item L is an appointment instructional staff, vacancy 2550, position 304, probationary science teacher. Item N is appointment instructional staff, vacancy 2552, position 137, probationary English teacher. Item N is appointment instructional staff, vacancy 2558, position 339, probationary special education teacher. Item O is appointment support staff, vacancy 2559, position 1614, provisional clerk typist. Item P, appointment support staff, vacancy 2560, position 3932, provisional payroll clerk. Item Q, appointment support staff, vacancy 2561, position 3697, probationary school monitor. Item R is appointment support staff, vacancy 2562, position 3585, probationary teacher aide. Item S, appointment, support staff, substitute school monitor, substitute teacher aide. Item T, amendment to board docs, personnel agenda item from February 16, 2023. Item U, amendment to board docs, personnel agenda items from June 13, 2023. Item V, amendment to board docs, personnel agenda items from July 5th, 2023. May I have a motion to move those, please? Moved by Kara, second by Bill Harris. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
As you can tell, we've been really busy. I think last month we got either the letter Y or Z. We didn't get that bad this time. We almost got the double A, double B, etc. So, but it's been a busy summer hiring all the staff, and we're in a really good place now. We certainly have one more board meeting on August 22nd if there's any last minute replacements that we need, but we're in great shape right now in terms of instructional staff and most of our clericals and CSEA staff. There's still a few holes on the CSEA side. I just wanted to introduce a few people. First, our new Director of Buildings and Grounds, Justin Bosch, is here. Justin, welcome. And we have 3 high school teachers, so we're glad Mr. Lazaro is here tonight. First, we have Janine Mercado, who's high school special ed. Brittany Langwitz, who's high school science. Adeline Ryder, who's high school English. Congratulations to all 4 of you. May you have 30, 32, 35 years in court service. I still won't be here, but I wish you luck. No. Seriously, we're really happy to have you all join the Red Raider team. We appreciate you coming out tonight for this special night. Hopefully it's a night you'll remember for a long time. So congratulations.
Okay, next are our action items. Item A, DCA Architects and Engineer Contract for Phase 3 of the capital project. May I have a motion on that? Moved by Jim.
I'll second.
Second by Dan. Any questions on that? Questions, comments? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item B is BCA Architects and Engineers Additional On-Site Services Resolution. May I have a motion on that, please? Michael? Second? Bill? Any questions on that? Any comments? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item C is the increase in the tax tertiary reserve fund and the amount of an outstanding tax claims for the June 30th, 2023. I have a motion on that? Jason? Judy, second. Thank you. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item D is a side letter of agreement with CSEA regarding the addition of the competitive class title of Educational Services Associate. May I have a motion on that, please? Danny? Second?
I'll second.
Dan? Any questions on that? Comments? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item E is the capital project allowance and change orders. May I have a motion on that? Michael? Second on that, please?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item F is the PJ volleyball camp at Camp Reimagine, Huguenot, New York, August 24th through 26th, 2023. Have a motion on that? Judy? Second?
I'll second it.
Annie? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item G is the middle school 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C., April 11th, 2024 through April 13th, 2024. Have a motion on that?
Motion. I'll second.
Okay, cool. Second by Judy. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item H is a resolution of the Port Jervis City's School District land swap with the City of Port Jervis. May I have a motion on that, please? Jason?
I'll second it.
Annie, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item I is the approval to add CSE vendor, Awesome Genius LLC. May I have a motion on that, please?
I'll move it.
Bill Harris. Second. Judy. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next are committee reports. Buildings and grounds, we are meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock at John Tim's office. Okay, DLT committee, Bill? Nothing, okay. Deer Park liaison, flows in Gelato Land. Port Jervis liaison, Annie?
Yeah, the Bella Nova Italiana Festival will be Saturday, and it'll run from 3 to 9 in Orange Park.
Okay, thank you, Annie. Next, education committee, nothing, okay. Health and wellness, meet in the fall, okay. And the policy committee, same,
Nothing to report.
okay. And safety,
Same thing.
okay, meet in the fall, okay. All right. Next are board member comments. So, Judy, anything?
I'd just like to welcome our new teachers and the best of luck to you.
Okay. Annie?
Same thing. Welcome to the teachers, and you look like Clark Kent sitting there. But we know you're going to be Superman.
No
Welcome.
pressure.
Welcome.
Jason?
I do not.
Okay. Annie?
I'd like to welcome you to us, we're always here open, so whenever you need anything, please come. And welcome to the new teachers, and to 35 years. You will be here, it's a great district to work for.
Michael?
Same, just congratulations to everybody.
Okay. Bill? Okay. Kara?
Yeah, just welcome aboard to the new staff.
All right. Yes, okay. And before I do dates to remember, John?
I just have a couple other things. I just want, first of all, to extend our condolences to the family of Robin Walsh. Robin was a longtime HBE teacher who passed away last week, so we send condolences to the whole family. Also, I wanted to give you some good news. Our 4-year special ed graduation rate, which is something we really struggled with getting our special ed kids graduating in 4 years, jumped 15%, from 55% to 70% in 1 year. So Tanya and Peggy and everybody in the special ed department at all 4 schools deserve a lot of credit. They're working hard to change a lot of policies and procedures and offering more resource rooms and things like that. But in 1 year to have that kind of jump is really pretty amazing. So we're excited about that. And then also coming out in probably about a week and a half, everyone will see the district calendars coming in your mailbox. And I think you'll be pleasantly pleased to see that everybody, I badgered everybody, and we worked really hard. There are so many events listed on the calendar, which will make parents' lives so much easier when they're trying to schedule time off to get to events. Everything from all the musicals, all the winter and spring concerts, the Kuykendall Awards, I mean, everything you can think of that we can block in a date, we did, which will just make parents scheduling their work versus personal lives that much easier. So I think people will really like it. There's a ton of stuff out there that we never had before, so to make it more worthwhile. So watch for that in your mailbox.
Okay, thank you, Jim. All right, next are dates to remember. Tuesday, August 8th through 11th is the Port Jervis Leadership Academy, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the high school. Wednesday and Thursday, August 16th and 17th is Regents exams, 7:30 a.m. at the high school. Friday, August 18th is summer school graduation at 9 a.m. at the high school cafeteria. Monday, August 21st, the middle school orientation. There's 2 sessions, 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. at the high school. Our next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, August 22nd at 7 p.m. And I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session for contract conversation.
I'll move that.
Moved by Bill Harris,
I'll second.
second by Nan Dunn. There will be no action taken when we come back. And thank everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Drive safe.